Hey, what's going on? It's KLA Cloud Wanderer. And I have a guest. Her name is Kaylee Walker. She's a IFBB figure pro, and she's here to tell her story. How you been?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, yeah. I seen you on Instagram, and I like you. I like how I like your physique. I'm gonna just be plain and simple. And I seen you in competition, and you're a figure competitor. And I just wanted to learn about you. And how did you? I can ask you the basic question. What got you started into bodybuilding?
Well, first of all, thank you. And I guess lots of different things. I've always been super into fitness. When I was in high school, I remember watching videos of like bikini competitors, like thinking I always wanted to do that. But then kind of, I don't know, drifted away for a few years, competed in CrossFit. And then during like the pandemic, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bodybuild. So then I started working up towards my first competition in OCB and fell in love immediately. And it's kind of been my life ever since. And I just loved it. The whole process of getting on stage, I absolutely fell in love with. The people I've met along the way. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I noticed that you was doing OCB. Yeah, like how was that experience? Like especially with the drug tests and all that stuff.
So I started in OCB. That was in 2021. And it was definitely a lot different than the NPC. I have clients now that compete in OCB, and I really like it. It's just definitely the show is definitely a lot smaller than an NPC show. It was at like a Legion, and I remember we were like getting ready, like literally like the a horseshoe pits, and we were like getting tanned like outside in the sun on the deck. It was definitely a very different experience. And then you go through they like ask you a bunch of questions and like screen you for like the drug test, and but that's definitely where I started, and then moves on. I did the Alpha Late Summer Shredding in Texas, and then I did my first NPC show after that. They're just definitely different and smaller, I guess is the way I'd put it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I could show some pictures a bit. It's your first OCB show.
yeah, that was my first OCV show, and then compared to first call out at the Texas Pro in 2023.
Oh, like how was your training like before you bef- before you started before you went on stage?
So it's definitely changed a lot. I feel like my first year going into bodybuilding, I was still kind of doing my own thing in the gym, like whatever, like not really following a program, but just kind of whatever felt good that day. Like I was doing like a push pull leg split. Like I've always kind of done a push pull leg split.
Yeah,
But I guess leading up to my first season, it was kind of like, oh, maybe I'm gonna bench today. Maybe I'm gonna do overhead press. Like it was just kind of whatever I felt with whatever rep range. So that's something I've definitely like changed from my first season up until now. I'll be going into my third, fourth season of bodybuilding. So I actually like have a tailored plan from my coach that I follow and track everything and make sure I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to and training to the intensity I'm supposed to be training. So
yeah. My first. Well, I went to my first bodybuilding show months ago in the summer, and I went to the OCB show, the big Apple competition. Yeah. So I mean, they had figure, they had for women's physique, and it was like three people on stage. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I just feel like the shows usually don't. I feel like they just have a few like less competitors, but it really depends because um, the show my client did last year, the bikini division was pretty big. I think it also depends on the division because I feel like you see that in any federation. I feel like bikini and wellness usually have quite a few people after that. But
Okay. Well, we got a guest, all the rage, George Page. Good evening. Hey, what's up, George?
George,
Does this sound okay? Can you hear me clearly?
I can you
Oh,
hear
okay.
me?
Yeah, you okay? You okay? I'm hearing something a little bit on my own thing. Yeah, so who's your coach?
My coach is Andrew Barry.
Or Andrew Barry? Like, how is he coaching under him and stuff?
He's amazing. I am very glad he's my coach. A ton of people recommended me to reach out to him when I was looking for a coach, and I honestly really only talked to him. I didn't shop around for coaches. I looked at his Instagram and messaged, or I emailed him, and he immediately was like, oh, reach out to some of my current clients and ask them about their experience. And it was just super transparent with the process working with him, and I've had a great experience with him. So I mean, he turned me into a pro in one season working with him. So I literally did one NPC show and then did NPC nationals with him, and turned pro right away. So
okay, how was it? Was you excited when you turned pro?
I was definitely excited because when we had discussed doing a national show, we kind of were just let's do it and see where you stack up. Obviously, winning would have been great, and was great, but it was we kind of just jumped into it wanting to just see where I stacked up at a national level, and had no expectations of winning or getting my pro card. And so when it happened, it was definitely really exciting.
Yeah. So all the rage, George Page says, sounds like feedback. You might need to switch headphones. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Is it me that has the feedback?
Is it me? Yeah, it sounds like me. Hold on. I gotta do something crazy. I'm sorry about this, but nah, forget it. I can't be switching up and having you waiting and all that stuff. So.
It could be me. My mic. Normally have a clip-on mic that I wear, but it's dead because I thought it was charging, but it wasn't.
So what are your plans for your competition season?
So I am hoping to compete spring 2025. I haven't nailed down the exact shows. I will say my dream show is the New York Pro. That's the show that I really, really want to do. So I'm hoping that will happen spring 2025. It's in May. But yeah, the competition season, the goal I guess is to compete spring, maybe early summer. I have a little bit of a longer season. Last season I only did 2 shows, so I'm hoping to do a few more than that this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at your Instagram page, so I'm just kind of get out. Yeah. So he also says the New York is set for May 16th.
Yeah, I think it's normally in the mid-May range. So, super excited for that. I am definitely dialing in the diet now, just so I'll be prepared to start prep, or just so I'll be ready for the show. But I'm super excited. It's something my coach and I have been chatting about, the plans for the spring, but nothing concrete set in stone yet.
So you're a fitness trainer also, right? You have a client.
Do I have clients?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do coach. I do a lot of lifestyle clients, and then a couple OCB clients, and then that was, I'd say, my NPC client Allie and her husband both competed, and I coached them. She had an awesome season. She's in Colorado. She did a bunch of like local shows in Colorado, which was super awesome to see, and got really good feedback for next season. So I'm excited for what we can pull together for next year.
What was that like training? Like, what was that training? Like, giving her the training.
So Allie is awesome. She is literally like, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it no matter what. Like, I want this really bad. So she was very, very committed and very excited about bodybuilding. So, and she was my first client. We've been working together for over a year now. So we had a little off season together before we went into the show, but it definitely was like a lot of learning. Like, I'm very thankful my coach Andrew, he kind of helped me along the way since she was my first like bodybuilding client. But it was awesome because Allie was very excited to do it. So it wasn't like there wasn't any hurdles really on that part of teaching her what to do, because she just sponge to absorb everything and learn all about bodybuilding and how to do it.
Can you hear me good now? The same thing?
I think it sounds good. I thought it sounded fine before.
Okay.
I was wondering if it
Look
was...
at some pictures and stuff. So,
Yep, that was
so
Texas
what
Pro.
show was that?
That was the IFBB Texas Pro in 2023.
Okay.
I took 2024 off, so I'm excited for that season.
Did you have like any knowledge of bodybuilding before you started?
Did I have any what?
You had any knowledge of it like before you started? Like, you ever seen it on TV, or I know you seem kind of young. I don't know. Like, how old are you? If you mind me asking.
I'm 27.
Oh, okay. Like, around my time, like, I'm 48, and, I was around the 90s and stuff, and, they had, bodybuilding was on TV, and it wasn't, it was showcased more on television, and, you would see some of the competitions, and they was like, they was even in talk shows and stuff like that. Now, it's not as like out there as it is now. So,
No, yeah. I wish it was shown more on TV. I feel like it would kind of build it up a little bit. Obviously, like the Olympia and the Arnold have a lot of traction and like views, and honestly, the Texas Pro had a ton of people watching it. But I followed a bunch of like YouTubers that did bikini, like NPC bikini competitions. So I did see, like, I was definitely introduced to it when I think I was like, I don't know, a sophomore in high school maybe. I was like watching bikini bodybuilders, and obviously things have evolved a lot since then, but definitely not on TV, but through my own like research and deep diving on the YouTube. So
yeah. Do you have like any like somebody that you like in figure or other like divisions?
I really pay a lot of attention to figure. I really, obviously, Sid is queen of figure, Miss Olympia. So she's someone that I really look up to in the figure division. Same with like Lola and Jessica. Just because they're all like top 3 every year, and their physiques are phenomenal. Competing against Jessica in person was like super cool to see, just like what her physique looked like in person, and her waist is so tiny. So I'm just like, I need to get to that level. And then out of other divisions, my like favorite is Missy Truscott. She is Miss Olympia for fitness.
Yeah, I know she had like an injury, the last competition that she had, You ever thought about?
Last year's, it was crazy. It was on stage when it happened.
You ever thought about doing like fitness out of curiosity? Nah, you probably wouldn't handle it.
If I could tumble, that would be so cool. I think fitness is like the coolest division. Like
Yeah,
to get stage lean and to still be able to tumble and do all of that with your body, like have that much power, is just a whole nother level of like, it's crazy. Like if I could do that, that would be so cool. Like I love watching what they do.
yeah. I wish that could be on TV. You know, they could show that. They could showcase that. You know, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised honestly that fitness doesn't have like more like a bigger following, just due to like it's so athletic for them to be able to do all of that at that lean of the body. So
What's your nutrition like?
so I have my coach writes me a meal plan. It's pretty straightforward. Just like basic like chicken, rice, veg, fruit. I have every meal is a little bit different. I have eggs in the morning, and for meals, beef for a meal, and I have oats and protein for a meal. It's pretty simple.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. So we're gonna I'm gonna showcase your video or something like that. You was a bit stiff a bit, so check it out. Yeah, like like how hard is it for you with posing? Is it a lot?
Posing is hard for me. Posing is very, very hard for me. So that's the biggest thing I'm working on going into my 2025 season. Obviously, there's always like improvements you can make with being like tighter and leaner and developing muscles and places with your judge feedback. But like my biggest thing, like my coach and I talked about, was to really like dial in my posing. So I actually hired a posing coach this season, and we've been practicing the past few weeks, and we'll practice up until the show and really, really, really improve on that this season because it was pretty stiff last season.
Yeah, I've heard that that's the toughest part in bodybuilding. Well, you're in figure, so it's gonna be more hard.
You can get lean, but if you don't showcase it correctly on stage, then I'm hoping to do better than I did last season. So I definitely need to work on the posing for that to happen. So
do you like wearing heels?
The heels are definitely hard. I'm not someone that wears heels on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
I like rarely wear heels, so that's definitely tricky, and like that's a big part that I'm also working on. Is like my walk needs to improve a lot with the heels, so just wearing them around the house a little bit more and working on fine-tuning that a little bit.
How often do you practice? Like you practice every day?
Right now it's not every day. Right now I have like bi-weekly hour-long posing sessions, and then I practice posing probably like three days a week. But
Yeah.
once or two, the show, then I'll definitely be posing every single day.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. I'm sorry about this. I didn't. I should have did the because I hear the static and stuff. So you know. Hold on for a second. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. I can't. Yeah. Sorry about that.
There's no static anymore.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. I'm good, right?
You're good.
Yeah. So yeah. So how far do you see yourself like bodybuilding?
Like how much longer?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's really quiet.
It's good.
It's good now.
Okay. Yeah, I know. So he said he can't. Yeah,
You good? I can hear you now.
yeah. Okay. This thing is everything going against me right now. So like so like what's your plans for 2025?
Plans are to do a few shows this season. Obviously the goal is to win a show and make it to the Olympia. Um, but overall my goals are just to like place better than I did last season. So I made sixth place in first call out. So anything higher than sixth place I'd be super, super happy with for this next season. But the overall goal would be to make it to the Olympia this for 2025.
Oh, like do you have like support from your family or your friends?
Yeah, it's definitely I'm from Maine, and bodybuilding is not very big here. So I don't know if everyone really fully understands it, but I definitely have like support from friends and family. And my mom has gone to she went to like my national show where I won my pro card. So my mom, my sister will probably end up coming to one or some of my shows this year, which will be really cool. And one of my friends went to the show in Tampa I did in 2023, which was really awesome to have a friend travel with me. So no, I definitely have support. It's definitely a little bit different for some of my friends and family because not many people in this area bodybuild. So
Yeah, I can imagine you like in a small area and stuff like that. Maine. I don't even. Nah, I haven't been to Maine. What is it cold? Is it cold over there? Nah, I can imagine it's cold.
it's cold. It
Yeah.
was snowing. It's cold and yeah, bodybuilding it definitely is a lot. It's a very, very small community in Maine for bodybuilding. I would say like powerlifting and Olympic lifting and CrossFit are all like really big in Maine. Um, like there's tons of people that like we have powerlifting meets here quite often, and they're usually like quite big with the amount of like competitors in them. So
Yeah, the last person I talked with, they do bodybuilding and powerlifting like at the same time.
Yeah, that's something when I first started bodybuilding, that's kind of what I had in mind was what I wanted to do was powerlifting and bodybuilding. But I don't know, the more that I got into bodybuilding, I realized for what I want to accomplish, I just don't think I would be able to do both of them. Um, so I don't know. I feel like I would end up getting like for figure, it's really important for your weight to stay pretty small. So I feel like the more powerlifting I do, the bigger my waist is kind of gonna get, and I want to really focus on placing like really well. So I think I'd have a hard time doing both, unless if I went up to like physique, then I definitely could probably consider doing both of it because I would have to put on some muscle mass if I want to do that.
How far do you see yourself like doing being competing?
I'm not really sure. So like I said, I'm
Oh,
27.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
probably for the next few years. It kind of depends. Until I guess I feel like I'll know when I'm ready to be done. So, uh, but it would be really nice to like hit a few of my goals of getting like top 3 or where I go. So.
Okay. Yeah. 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 What did I wanted to ask? Did we cover like nutrition a lot? Did we cover that nutrition?
We like briefly talked about my nutrition is pretty straightforward, like a pretty typical like bodybuilder meal
Yeah.
plan. It's all my meals are basically chicken or beef with rice, vegetables, and fruit. Right now, where my calories are pretty high, I'm not like close to a show. It's pretty. It's I eat a lot of food, which is really nice. That changes once it gets a little bit closer. The carbs definitely taper way down, but
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get like tired of eating like the same thing, like rice, chicken and rice and all that stuff, or but you mostly eat beef and
um, I never get tired of eating beef. I could eat beef
oh,
and rice
okay.
oatmeal. The chicken, I definitely have to come up with creative ways to switch it up because chicken does get really boring after a while.
Yeah.
So just like finding new like sauces and stuff that are pretty low calorie is kind of the best way I've gone about that. And just being creative with like vegetables and whatnot. Finding different ways to cook it. I feel like I go through like fixations of like liking certain like sauces, and I'll eat the chicken like that until like I'm like literally can't do it anymore. So, but definitely, yeah, definitely. I enjoy eating when I'm like my meal plan. There was a little while where I ate off of plan, and I feel so much better now that I've been back on track with it. So.
What's it like giving your clients like a meal plan?
They definitely eat pretty similarly. It really depends if they're like a lifestyle or bodybuilding client. I like to ask people what if there's like certain foods that they like really like to have on their meal plan. Obviously, if they're close to a show, it's going to become more simple. But um, making sure like I don't know if one of my clients like really enjoys having bagels in the morning, like we figure out a way to alter their like meal plan so it's possible for them to have whatever it is that like they really enjoy. Or I know like my coach, I love cereal. So like
Yeah.
usually like post show, after like a week or two, he'll add in like a little bit of cereal into my meal plan. That way I kind of get the best of both. Like it's a pretty simple carb and nothing crazy. I'm asking you like cheesecakes every day, but so just making sure you do add some foods in that you will enjoy, so that way you don't get burnt out from eating
What
it.
kind of cereal you like to eat?
I love all cereal. I
You like
love
all cereal?
I love I like really sugary cereal too. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Carbs every day.
Yeah, I like the I was trying the Honey Nut Cheerios
I love
with
Honey
the
Nut.
yeah, they got this new thing with the almonds and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it
That's
tastes good. Yeah,
yeah. I like Life, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know. I love all cereal.
yeah. I really don't picture like too many bodybuilders eat like the cereals like in the supermarket too much. I don't know because you guys are like on a different level of being healthy and stuff, and especially you got to be conditioned and all that stuff on stage, and so
Yeah, it definitely is more of like an off season. Like when I'm able to do that, it would be something to do in the off season when my calories get a little bit higher, and it would be like a pre or post workout food. So that way, they're like having like the sugary food like right before my workout or right after, for like
yeah,
recovery. Wouldn't be, and it's not a lot. It's not like I like an entire box of cereal in my meal plan today. So.
yeah. All the rage, George Page. At your last show, what was the feedback from the judges?
My feedback. So Tampa, my feedback was just to be leaner. We came in leaner at Texas. And in Texas, it was to kind of build up my back a little bit thicker, could come in a little bit leaner and like to work on posing. So, um, but it's definitely like working on like a little bit of lower lat strings can be a little bit more conditioned.
Yeah. Well, we like at your page. Yeah, yeah. I like your IG page. You have some cool pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like you do photo shoots. Like, is there somebody that you like working with as a photographer?
So at my gym that I work out at, I've worked with like his name's Drew Susi. He does a lot of photography um, for the gym, and he's really awesome. And then that picture was from Sean Nelson, which was in
Oh, okay. Were
um,
you showing your abs?
yeah, one of me showing my abs. He does a
Okay.
lot of photo shoots for bodybuilders. You'll notice that one, yeah. Um, so that was that was the day after the Tampa Pro, and he was really fun to work with. I'm
How you
hoping
get your abs? I was
next.
about to ask you, like, how you get your abs like that? What? Like, you do a lot of sit-ups, or like or just like certain foods you just don't mess with to get it like that.
So I feel like I've always had pretty like prominent abs from when I competed in CrossFit. We did like a lot of core work. So I feel like it's a little bit from my like background of CrossFit and a little bit I mean I train abs like 2 or 3 times a week. Um, so I guess the mix of both of those, and then obviously when you get leaner, your abs are gonna show more. So because this was like the day after uh, the Tampa Pro, I was like stage lean in this picture.
This is cool. Mm.
That was
You
at a
had a
fair.
fair and stuff. Uh, How often did you go to fairs?
How often? Like
Yeah,
never. This is the first time I've been to a fair in like years.
I've been a couple of fairs. This is your boyfriend.
Hmm.
Uh, like, how does he support? Does he go to your shows?
He hasn't, but he's streamed them.
Okay, that's good enough. Are you doing a split?
Oh, that's a video of me stretching. It's a boring video.
When you were doing like CrossFit, like when you were doing like the handstands and stuff like that.
and carrying that big ball,
Um, when I did CrossFit, so the gymnastics part of CrossFit's definitely the hardest part. I could do like muscle ups and all of that, but I could do handstand push-ups. But if you were to ask me to do like a handstand walk, that's a but I can't. I'm not very good at that. Like some people can do like the steps with the handstand walking, which is crazy. Maybe one day I'll try to do it again. My balance is definitely not good enough for that.
Yeah, yeah. Like I would see like the oh Jesus. Hold on. I'm sorry. Man. Am I okay? I guess. I don't know.
It is echoing, but
Yeah, I just recently got these headphones and stuff. I don't know. Oh shit. Can you still can you hear?
I can hear you.
Oh. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry about this. I thought the headphones. I thought it was gonna be okay, but then it just. I don't know. Probably was rushing it and all that stuff. Yeah, like yeah. So damn. This is tough. Shit. I know you warned me about this, but hold on. Can you hear me?
Mhm. Can you hear me?
You can hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, it's still muffling, but I don't know. Yeah. So what else? What else I wanted to cover? I wanted to cover a lot of things, but all this stuff it just got crazy. So how was your day? Like, what's your day like? In the gym.
So right now, as like prep kind of things, since I go and I cutting five, and then I train with like a push pull leg.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But do you got like any like advice for anybody that want to start bodybuilding?
Hire a coach sooner than you think you need. Like do coach before you go and prep. My first coach, I jumped right into a prep. Like learned a little bit more before I jumped right into it. And just like kind of how the training needed to. I don't know. It was just 0 to 100 really quick. But also, you like want to do it. Like I know a lot of people stage, and it's really as
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry about this. Yeah. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you for giving me your time. And good luck to you.
thank you.
All right. I'll see you later.